Welcome back to our 5-day challenge for Christian businesses in social media, where the challenge that I'm challenging you is to get out of your step outside of your comfort zone and stop thinking and start doing. Stop procrastinating and start creating content on social media that represents your brand and your faith all in one. Hey, Tiffany C. Everett, and I'm a sales and marketing business coach, real estate agent licensed here in the state of Florida, and I help driven leaders unleash that boundless potential that is inside of you, that God-given talent that is already inside of you, so that you can 10x your business, your personally, professionally, and financial goals using social media and marketing, sales and marketing. And today we are going to be going through the transforming through accountability, our final step in creating our content. So we first started our first day in building out that foundation. It's so important to build out that foundation. All of these courses that we've taught over these last couple of days will be on the portal for all of our members. And if you have not yet signed up or reserved your seat in the membership site, be sure to go log into the beastmode.club to reserve your seat. So it basically, we talked about building that foundation and really taking a deep dive and a look at your profile to see what it is that you're speaking and saying to your audience, your potential audience, because they're all looking to find out what is in it for me, right? They want to know how you can help them. And so by using the profile as such to let other people know how you can help them, that is one way. As soon as they come to your profile, as soon as they come to your social media account, they already know and they're already ready for the information that you are getting ready to share with them. And we also incorporated the importance of social media and how we've been blessed with it. That God has given us an opportunity to be able to connect with the masses through the use of social media marketing. Now, whether you're taking advantage of this free tool while it exists or not, it can help, it can add to your business, or maybe keep it in stagnation if you're not using it to the best of your ability or not using it at all. One of the things it's funny that I had a comment the other day that said I talked about posting and ghosting, and the person said I love to post and ghost. You know, and that's the thing with social media, is like they want us to really engage with one another and have conversations. That's one of the reasons why they invite in came up with the groups. The groups are a way to have an audience that where you can have conversations about one particular topic or a couple of things in a group setting, so you can build out those relationships. And one of the reasons why I decided to take on the Magnum motivational premier motivational group is because I wanted to be able to continue to collaborate and help other businesses to be able to come together couple of times a month to be able to grow and scale their business. So I was really excited and grateful for the opportunity to sort of continue on the legacy of that group. And I invite you to join us twice a month as we collaborate, we learn, we network, and we learn from other businesses. But most of all, we have an opportunity to network as well and have some good breakfast along the way. The second day was about engaging in your audience, having an opportunity to have conversations with them, encouraging them, and being able to use and incorporate scripture in your daily post, as well as a way to motivate, as a way to reach a broader audience, as a way to connect with like-minded followers, as well as share the gospel. Day 3, we went on to discuss how to attract with content. And so there's so many different platforms that is out here. Which one is for you? You may be asking, like, which one do I use? I don't even know. Do I favor this one over that one? Do I go to this one the most? I would say use them all. Wherever your clients at, you want to be visible. You want to come out of obscurity and you want to be there right where they are at. And so we talked about the content calendar, which I've had a lot of clients come to me and say, well, how do you schedule all this information out? My business is The Expressions is the name of my company. And we do have a platform that allows you to be able to schedule all your content um, from certain for certain platforms. And so that way it makes it a whole lot easier to be able to go to one location instead of all. Now there are some limitations and there are some things that you're not able to do, like threads. You cannot schedule those out, so there are some limitations when it comes to some of them, but for the most part you're able to perhaps use the ones that you would like to use the most. And then we continue on with day 4, with strategizing for growth and paying attention to our key metrics, which is so super important. Looking at those key metrics can really give you an idea of who that audience is, what is serving them the best and the most, and really help you to be able to reach a broader audience and continue to create content that is for them. Went over paid advertising and the importance of collaborations and partnerships. And then finally today with our last day, and we are going to have a guest on today that's going to give us a success story on how the collaboration and networking and public speaking has really helped them to be able to grow in their business, especially in their confidence as well. So stay tuned for our guest who's going to be coming on to have conversations with us, to give us a little bit more information on public speaking and give us some tips that we can use when we decide to either go live or when we decide to do networking groups or networking where we're going out and we're hosting or probably getting on other people's stages and speaking in front of a wider audience. What is it that we may want to do or incorporate to be able to do so? So though we will speak with the president of Toastmasters shortly, but for now we want to go ahead and dive into what we are going to be discussing today. So transformation through accountability. Transformation through accountability. And so, oh my gosh, accountability has been one of those things that has definitely helped me to impact my business, and it can actually help you to do the same for yours. It's one of those things that has allowed me the opportunity to be able to grow and scale my business, and and it's all really about mindset and being able to collaborate and come together with like-minded people that can really help you to see things in a different perspective, that can help you to troubleshoot or help you to overcome some of the difficulties that you may be having in your business, providing that support and that accountability, knowing that you need to be hitting your goals and your targets every single week. And it all starts with a decision. It starts with the decision to want to do these things. It starts with the decision to want to be a part of an accountability group. It starts with a decision to even commit to your goals, to your dreams. It starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with us and a decision that you make to want to do that. If you're someone that's content in where you're at, you're not interested in taking business to another level or making more money, you're not interested, you're basically fine right where you're at, then this message is not for you. But if you are someone who is looking to grow and scale, I would say accountability group is definitely important in helping us to grow and scale, or hiring a coach that's going to help keep you accountable to that. And as a 10X business coach, we train on sales and marketing. We train on our clients on how to overcome objections. And we make sure that you are training every single week and being prepared for new lessons or things that you may be struggling with in your business. So if you are not connected with an accountability group, be sure to join the beastmode.club so that you can get connected and take your business to that next level. It is grow time. It is go time, grow time in a new season. God has blessed us with a new season. He wants to see you thrive. He wants to see you succeed. He's already equipped you. He's provided with you some of the tools that you have already in your hand to be able to get out here and create that content and be able to attract and convert more business using social media sales and marketing techniques. Sustainability and growth, right? When we think about sustainability and growth, what are the thoughts that come to your mind? Put it down below in the comments. What are the things that come to your mind when we talk about sustainability and accountability? Well, first of all, what I'd like to do is really to break down the go ahead and break down these two words. First of all, to transform is to make a thorough or drastic change in the form of or an appearance. To make a thorough or drastic change in the form of appearance or character. And so as we're speaking of using social media and sales to transform, we're meaning that we want it to transform from the numbers that we're seeing right now to a whole nother set of numbers. The number of people that we're serving right now to more, 10 times that amount, right? We want to see a transformation. In order to see that transformation, first it starts with us. It starts with what is it that you're studying? Who is it that you are around? What resources that you have that you're using that can help you? Because if we don't have the right resources, or we don't have the right coach, or we don't have the right people that's around us to help us, it's going to make those struggles just that much harder. Right? So transform. And Romans reminds us, it says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your minds, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. As kingdom builders, faith filled business, purpose driven leaders, it is our obligation, our duty, our responsibility to be not be conformed to the ways of the world. So when we're creating our content, we're the salt of the earth. It has to be different. It has to be have a different set of goals attached to it, a different set of rules. It needs to be properly aligned when we're creating it, or even when we're responding to other people. There's the one thing to build them up. There's another thing to tear them down. And as Christian believers, there's ways that we can communicate and connect with people without tearing them down. And so social media allows us an opportunity to first think about it. Is it true? Is it right? Is it lovely? Is it kind? Think on these things. Now, scripture, think on these things before you reply to that person's comments. Accountability. Accountability is the quality or state of being accountable, an obligation or willingness to accept. The quality or state of being accountable. Who is holding you accountable right now? Perhaps it's your children holding you accountable to making enough money to be able to feed them, pay the water bill, the light bill, the phone bill, the school bill. They're holding you accountable to those things. But who's holding you accountable to your business goals? Your business goals, that you're growing in your finances, that you're making the right decisions, that you're building up your confidence, that you have the support that you need along the way, that you have that accountability each and every single week. Who is holding you to that with an accountability? Proverbs 27 tells us, iron sharpens iron. So one person sharpens another. The important thing about having an accountability group is the ability to be able to sharpen each other's iron. The ability to be able to have conversations, whereas we can say, you know what? I've been there. I know it. I know what it's like to have technical difficulties when you're trying to do a live stream video. I know what that feels like. And you know what? You're going to get through this. You're going to make it, and it's going to be okay. You're still going to be able to create your content, but you may have to do it a different way. Or perhaps you're struggling with confidence on camera. I understand. I get that. I know what that feels like. I've been there. I remember the first time that I did a video, I was sweating bullets because I was fearful of doing that video content. And so understanding that when you have a accountability group, it's a place where you are able to come and everyone is able to sharpen one another, pray with one another, support with one another, help one another out. You know, it becomes a community that you look forward to joining each and every single day. And so when it comes to accountability in your business, there are so many different ways that you can do when it comes to accountability. So when it comes to accountability, you may have some type of spiritual encouragement support, like a prayer support group, a group that can come together and they can pray for one another, pray with one another, and over helping to overcome each other's challenges and talk about the successes that you've had, or maybe some of the failures that you had, some types of things that you maybe take a time to meditate on, different scriptures that you may want to take a look at. And so when it comes to having that support in your business, you have that community support and community involvement where you can come together and have people that you can talk to. Goal setting is another one. When you have that community, you're able to talk about the goals that you want to put together and do regular check ins and hold each other accountable for setting and meeting those goals. And that's what I do with my clients. I check on you and say, hey, how's it going? Are you hitting those goals or are you running into a wall? If you're running into a wall, what is it that you're struggling with? And let's work on that. Let's train on those areas that you may be struggling with. Another one is having that some to be able to have constructive feedback where someone maybe can to look over at your social media for you and provide you with constructive feedback and business strategies that you can use when it comes to your marketing plans or your social media posts. You know, it's really hard to find someone who's actually doing the work. Find someone who's doing the work, and that is the person that you definitely want to work with. Developing skills, having a platform that you can actually train on every single day without someone actually being present. Cardone University is an amazing platform that allows you to wake up every single day for about 15 minutes throughout the day and train on Cardone University, train on sales, train on marketing, train on all these different things that's going to help you. Whatever you may be struggling with in your business, you can log in and you can be able to train on those things and then work with your coach to help you overcome those objections. Skills development, workshop trainings, resource training. In a group, we can share resources. We There's workshops that I have a workshop that's going to be coming up this year to help you in your marketing aspects, emotional support, mental support. All these things are available when you are a part of a accountability group, and it definitely helps you. As it says again, iron sharpens iron. In Proverbs 27, the scripture highlights the importance of mutual support and accountability in a community, and it emphasizes how members can sharpen each other's skills and resolve. So I encourage you to join our weekly accountability group. That's going to give you the transformational power that you need, and that to be able to take your business to a whole nother level. Now, when we talk about what is our next one here? Let's see. Importance of accountability. Yep. So that the importance of accountability, the reason why accountability is so super important is because, it's the one thing that allows you to have someone to say, you know what's going on? What are you doing? How are you doing it? Are you hitting those goals? And basically asking you questions and trying to find out why you may or may not be taking action. And so that's what we do here in the Beast Mode Club. So the beastmode.club is where you would go to do that. We have weekly accountability meetings. You have Cardone University you could train on every week. You get access to the membership portal, community networking group, content goal setting, Facebook group access, and prayer for your business. So if this is something that you don't have in your business and you're ready to grow and you're ready to connect and be a part of other members growing, be sure to join us today. When it comes to accountability systems, what kind of systems do you have in place? Accountability systems can basically help you by giving you structure, support. It's rooted in shared faith and values, and basically one of those is just goal tracking. We One of the things that I really like to do is use this my planner. My planner actually helps me to see, I write down my goals in my planner, and when I write down my goals, I'm able to go back to it and see if I hit those yet, right? So being able to establish clear faith-based business goals, being able to monitor your progress, you can write those things down. You can create a tracker inside of like Google Sheets. You can create it in Google Sheets. There's different platforms that you can use to be able to monitor it. You can look at your reviews on social media. Google has reviews. You can send links out to your clients and try to get some feedback on some of the things that they have gone through in when they're coached with you or when they've worked with you, so you can conduct frequent check-ins on your clients, and also milestone celebrations. So there's different accountability systems that you can put in place to help remind you that you want to check on these people. The iPhone is a really good one, and it can remind you, or your calendars, you can put something on your calendar and it'll remind you, hey, you need to call this person. Or you can design, have a platform. There's platforms out there that's designed to help you to be able to have that accountability too. Other types of accountability systems is simply just having one-on-one meetings. A one-on-one meeting gives you an opportunity to talk to your team, talk to your group, and do a deep dive into what's really important. What is it really that you're trying to achieve? What is it that you hope to see for the next meeting? The one-on-one meeting. So when we have our fundamentals meetings every single week, we in those particular meetings we are educated on a certain area. It may be area of marketing, or it may be an area of sales, or maybe it's an area of content strategies, right? But when we have our group accountability meeting, it's totally different. And if we have a one-on-one meeting with any of the leaders, then that conversation basically is just focusing on some of the struggles that we personally, as business coaches, may be having in our own business, and helping us to pretty much find a better way to do what it is that we're struggling with. And then finally, joining a club. Um, depending on what it is that some people join book clubs, some people join such as the Beast Mode Club, accountability clubs. So you want to do the thing that's going to help you to get where it is that you need to be. Some people that's doing podcasts, they join podcast clubs. So these are just different accountability systems that you can use, because in these types of club, whatever you're looking for, chances are you're going to find that in those types of clubs. You may need a consistent action or a discipline, like a daily schedule of some sort. Training sessions are another accountability type of system, because in your training, especially with Cardinal University, you have to, some of these you have to take a test at the end, and once you take the test, you either pass or fail. If you fail it, then you have to go back and rewatch the video, and you cannot move forward until you pass that examination. So it's a really good training session in that it allows you to participate in, write down your, like, if you need to write down notes and things like that so you can remember the information, because it's one thing to watch the videos, but it's another one to actually do application and apply what you've learned to those videos. Perhaps another form of accountability systems is this a support group that you can have that can help encourage you during difficult times, or pray with you during those difficult times and those difficult moments that you may be having, or help you to get back on focus when you've lost productivity, when you've stopped doing the thing that you used to be doing. It's so important to be able to have someone tap you on your shoulder or call you on the phone and say, "Hey, is everything okay? Are you doing the thing that you said you was going to be doing? Are you smiling and dialing? Are you DMing? Are you connecting with people in the right way? Are you sending out your emails, blasts? Are you calling on your CRM?" We talked about that earlier in the week, customer relations management tool. And if you're not sure what that is, go ahead and comment below. But these are some of the, and that's also another accountability system. A CRM is an accountability system because it can actually be designed to remind you. I know with our KV Core, it reminds you to call people. And when people go to look at the different real estate properties, it nudges you and lets you know, hey, look, this person went to look at this property, and it automatically sends an email to them and asking them, hey, look, we saw that you were looking at this property. Would you like for me to give you a call? And if so, what's a good time to call you? And I've had clients that have actually responded back to those emails. Different response applies. It may be I've already found what I'm looking for. I found the home, or it may be even that, yeah, I did send that out. And if you can call me at a certain time, that would be fantastic. Now, finally, we want to go and we're going to talk about a success story, and um, we're going to hear from the president of our local chapter, Toastmasters, that's going to give us some tips and things that we can do when it comes to public speaking. And in public speaking, like this right here, is a form of public speaking, even though it's not in front of people that you can physically see. But I do know that there's people on the other end of the camera that is watching this video. One of the things that Toastmasters has helped me to do is overcome the ums. I used to do that so much, and maybe I've done it a couple of times. I don't know during this, but in that, it definitely you have, because there's someone counting the number of times that you say it. You stay focused when you're having your conversation or when you're speaking on trying to avoid saying those words over and over and over again. So I'm really excited to have this guest come on today to be able to impart a little bit of knowledge to us when it comes to showing up on camera, or with confidence and speaking on camera, but also in public as well. And so we want to go ahead and welcome Conrad Williams here. Conrad is the president of Toastmasters. And Conrad, thank you so much for being a guest on this show here. We're talking about how Christian businesses can utilize social media and be able to attract and convert more business. And in that, I'm glad that you had agreed that with Toastmasters and with public speaking, it plays a major part in what it is that we do when it comes to having, showing up on video, or having confidence, or even doing things in person. And so welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Tiffany.
You're welcome. And so I have a question for you. If you could kindly please introduce yourself and share a bit about your background and what it is that you do.
All right, thank you. My name is Conrad Williams, and I'm the founder of Williams Premier Insurance Agency in Stuart, Florida, where your family's protection is our number one priority. So we focus on the entire needs of the families that we serve. And basically, we assist families with health insurance just to make sure that in case they're sick, they're taken care of. We offer income protection to ensure that if for some unforeseen reason something should happen to the parents, then or one parent or even both, then the family is not destroyed financially. So pretty much that's kind of what we do, and then we also help the kids with college plan. And if mom and dad gets to retirement age, we also help them through that process.
Mm, that's major. That's a major thing because we all need to have that type of assurance in our life when it comes to our families. So also wanted to know also when it comes to um, speaking on social media, what are your thoughts about that when it comes to? I know you mentioned also in addition to helping with insurance and helping clients you also assist with, you have a program that you run on Port St. Lucie called Toastmasters.
Yes, I'm the president of the local Port St. Lucie Speakers Toastmasters Club, and I tell you, Tiffany, my journey to Toastmasters took 20 years. So I I kind of salivated for 20 years before I actually joined Toastmasters. So I joined Toastmasters 3 years ago when I moved to Port St. Lucie, and it was the best decision I made. So what it does for me is it gives me confidence, helps to develop confidence. In my business, I'm always talking, right? So you want to make sure that you're able to explain difficult concepts in a way that the person that you're speaking with can understand. And Toastmaster gave me that confidence to be able to talk to anyone, anywhere, one person, 10 person, a crowd, doesn't matter. I have no fear of speaking anytime, any place. And I'm able to say that because of what Toastmasters has done for me.
Wow, wow. That's amazing. And I also had the opportunity to I think for me it took a while as well. I think that it took a couple of years before actually joining it too. And finally this year we decided also with my son to join it. And I agree with you. It's definitely been a life changer, especially with my son, as far as helping him in public speaking. But I have a question though. Could you explain like what this Toastmasters is and what it really offers for someone? And a lot of times I have clients that have a fear of public speaking, and they also have a fear when it comes to creating content and showing themselves on video. Just using your phone or maybe speaking in front of a camera and just having that fear, it really does stop a person from being able to be their best when it comes to creating that content. So, in what ways does Toastmaster help someone who may be struggling in that area?
In what way Toastmaster can help them. So at Toastmasters, just to give you a little background, we are celebrating our 100th anniversary this year. So 1924 is when Toastmaster was started in California.
Wow.
So it's been around forever. Basically, we are in 145 countries with over 16,000 clubs. So we are worldwide. But what does Toastmaster do? So Toastmasters, I like to say, is a safe space. I think the problem with a lot of people is I'm afraid to speak because I'm going to be criticized.
Mm,
Most of us do have something to say, but we are afraid to say it. And the only reason why we're afraid to say it is because we're afraid of being judged.
mm,
So because we're afraid of being judged, we keep quiet. So at Toastmasters, I like to say if it is a safe space. So one of the we help with prepared speeches. So
mhm.
there's coaching session on how to write speeches. We have what we call table topics. So this is when a topics master will ask a question. It's an impromptu conversation. You have 2 minutes to answer a question. But the goal is to be able to speak on your feet without using what we call filler words like or double clutch. So you keep saying the same word over and over. So in this environment, it's a nurtured environment. And I think because it's a nurtured environment and you're not criticized when you don't do it correctly, your confidence builds the more you participate in the club. So there are different roles that you can take in the club, and these roles basically get you kind of out of your comfort zone, so to speak, because it challenges you. One of the things that I like most about Toastmasters is, for myself personally, is it helps me to develop my listening skills. I've always heard you have two ear and you have one mouth. That means that you should listen twice as much as you speak. And at Toastmasters, you truly embrace that, especially if you're in a role of an evaluator. So an evaluator is someone that evaluates the speech. So whether it's a 1 to 2 minute speech or a long speech, you have to be able to evaluate the person that's speaking at the end of that speech. And if you're not listening attentively, you won't be able to do that. So I love the evaluation process.
And I have to agree with you, that evaluation process. So I've had an opportunity to experience what that is actually like. And the table topics, I would say, was the thing that just kind of like, oh my gosh, we were sitting on the edge of our chairs, kind of like, is he gonna call us? Are we gonna be called next? Or wondering how to answer the question. So it's really hard too, because you're actively listening to the other person as they are speaking their parts. But then for some reason, you're also trying to think of how to answer that question, but you can't answer that question. Most of the time, there's another question following behind it that you would have to choose from, that would, that you would answer for the most part. So what it really felt like is like you're sitting on the edge of your chair, and you're like, back in the day when you're in school, and you're like, is the teacher going to call on me? Is the teacher going to call on me? But at the same time, I think that what it does is it really prepares you for those types of things in case you go out and someone's asking questions. Impromptu, it gives you a better opportunity to be quick and on your feet. So that's one of the things that I really do like about it. And I really believe that it is definitely a wonderful program that can help people overcome those fears and get the confidence that they need to be able to tell people who they are, what it is that they do when they're creating the content on social media, especially when you're doing your videos. So I have a question. So thank you for sharing that, because it's definitely been an interesting experience, and one that I do wish we probably should have done a little bit sooner. So you also mentioned in that what you were just speaking about, that when someone joins, there's different pathways or programs. What are the so for someone who is having, has that fear of speaking, or has that fear of getting in front of people, what type of pathways would fit that person?
So currently, there are 11 pathways that you can enroll in when you join Toastmasters. Once you join a club, there's typically an evaluation piece that you go through yourself to see, of the 11 paths, which one more appeals to you, or which one is more in line with your goals. So personally, I am in the motivational strategist pathway, because that is something that I wanted to be able to do, to motivate others, to help them to take action, not just get information and don't do anything with it, but get the information and take action.
Mhm.
So I enrolled in that pathway, but we do have pathways depending on the type of profession that you're in, right? We have, for example, dynamic leadership. If you're a leader, maybe that is something for you. Effective coaching. So you are a coach. Effective coaching may be something that you may want to check out. We have engage in humor, innovative planning, leadership development, persuasive influence. presentation mastery, strategic relations, team collaboration, and visionary communication. So
Wow.
those are the 11 paths that we have currently. So you can enroll in the one that appeals to you and you just follow the lesson, you complete the lesson, you get assistance in how to prepare the speech that's associated with that lesson. And for me, as I said, because I wanted to do it for such a long time, when I joined the club, I didn't listen the first time I came in. I participated, I didn't stay on the sideline. And the next week, I wanted to speak because I just think the reason why most people don't speak is because they're always comparing themselves to the other person who they've heard speak. So there's always somebody who is going to be more experienced than you are in any situation. So what I say to myself is, okay, I'm going to join a club and I'm going to just jump in right away so I can get my proverbial feet wet. And by so doing, I was able to just keep moving forward because I always want to do something because I don't want to just sit and get complacent and then don't do what I'm supposed to do. I came to Toastmasters for a reason, right? I came because I wanted to get over my fear, learn how to network, learn how to speak effectively, speak so that someone can understand what you're saying, make
Right.
it easy for them to understand, not just talk and talk over people's head. So
Right.
Toastmaster has afforded me that ability where I can do that. And as I mentioned earlier, Tiffany, it's a safe space, and I would implore anyone, right, to come to Toastmasters. Check us out. Right now, we are meeting every Mondays. There are two meetings online and two in person. So for the people who are not in our state who would like to do it virtually, we welcome that opportunity, and I can guarantee you, you won't be disappointed when you check us out. I like to say Toastmaster is a buffet, Tiffany. There's something here for everyone to get.
Absolutely. It sounds like, I mean, there's a lot of paths. I didn't even realize it was that many paths that someone can actually choose and select from. Um, it seems like, there's an abundance there to really help educate you and get you to that next level of speaking, which goes along the lines of what this particular session was about, which is actually about sustaining growth and transformation. And I believe that this Toastmasters definitely has help people to be transformed. Myself, and my son definitely have been able to transform and do better uh, without saying a lot of the repetitive words that we were saying, like which was our favorite, and those I think you call them double words or so,
Double
or double.
clutch words.
I know it's
Yeah, clutch. Yeah,
the
I
double
like it.
births. But definitely this the accountability portion, I believe, is was definitely helpful when it comes to, having a group like you're just saying, supportive of you and supportive of you learning along the way, and not so much criticizing you, but helping you and giving you positive feedback to be able to help you elevate in your speaking. So when it comes to that accountability portion in Toastmasters, how does Toastmasters hold you accountable to being able to level up in those different paths?
So in each path that you choose, there are work that needs to be done. So they have videos on the website. There is it tells you what you need to do. So once you complete the task, so you assess yourself before you start, then you assess yourself again after you've completed the task to see, okay, have did I improve on what it is that I was supposed to do? Then you do your speech. Once you do your speech, you're evaluated. There are times when you're evaluated and the evaluator will tell you these are the changes that you need to make. You can actually go back again and do the speech with the changes that the evaluator suggested. and you're also now evaluated on the second speech. So I think with that piece of it, I love because I have done the same speech multiple times, multiple different evaluation, and at the end of the day, I'm improving, which is what you want to be able to do. So I take those feedback very seriously, and I try to implement the changes that they tell me I need to make. Redo the speech again to see, okay, did I achieve the goal? So as long as you're willing to put in the work, you will get the result.
I like that. As long as you put in the work, you will get the results. Faith without works is dead. You got to put in the action. You got to take the
Definitely.
steps. Absolutely. And improving. I think that you mentioned the word improving. And I think that the word improving actually goes along this whole theme of the 5-day challenge is, wanting to improve yourself, wanting to do better, not staying stagnant, not, staying in one place. And Toastmasters takes you to that next level. But at first, like you were just saying, it starts with the action piece. If you don't do it, then nothing happens. You can show up to Toastmasters, but if you don't participate in it, then nothing happens. If you don't get on stage, nothing happens. So it's really important to be willing and ready and be able to make the decision that, hey, you know what? I came here for a reason. I want to get better, and I'm going to take action in order to be successful as a speaker so that I can get on stage and do better. So I can turn on my camera device and be a better speaker online.
Most
So
definitely.
so I have a question then. What steps would someone take if they wanted to become a Toastmaster?
So I would love for them to join our club. Again, we have 4 meetings, 2 live and 2 virtual. So our website is 8437, which is our club number, .toastmasters.org. And they could go to that website, 8437.toastmasters.org. That's our local site. And they could check us out, see what it is. We typically have meetings again. The second and the fourth Mondays of the month, we are on Zoom, and our Zoom information is on our website. And you are welcome to log on, check us out, see if you like what we're saying. If you don't, that's okay. But I always recommend give us a try. You'll be glad you did.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. And you also mentioned early on the help that you provide to families. So, what was to be the best way for our viewers or our listeners to be able to get in contact with you, perhaps for questions as it relates to being able to help their families, or even for someone who is interested in becoming a better speaker?
So for help with families as far as my profession goes, it would be they could reach out williamspremieragency.com, williamspremieragency.com. And right now we have a free resource on there, How Money Works. So if you'd like to learn how money works, go to, again, it's williamspremieragency.com. Once you go to the website, you'll see a pop-up that asks if you're interested in learning how money works. You put your name and email address, and we'll send you a PDF copy of how money works. My phone number is 954-812-0731 if you'd like to have a phone conversation. Again, it's 954-812-0731. And you could use that number for both Toastmasters and also for my business.
Thank you so much, Conrad, for that amazing information about Toastmasters and how it can help transform lives. So, he gave us some input on and shared a success story on how an accountability group can really transform lives and how it can help you. One of the things that he wanted to mention and forgot was the fact that he's a published author because of the fact that he stepped outside of his comfort zone, got on and got involved and started speaking and getting involved in the business and learning how to do better in public speaking, and now is a published author. So if you're interested in his book, you can go ahead and go to the links below to be able to get a part of that book. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? Are you feeling pumped? Are you ready to get out there and create content? Because the theme has remained that is to stop thinking and start doing, and stop procrastinating and start creating that content. And so I encourage you to make today the day that you get out there and start creating that content. Get involved in an accountability group that's going to help you grow and scale, that's going to give you the support and the accountability that you need. But you first got to commit. You have to commit. You got to put your heart, your mind into it, and make the decision to want to elevate, the decision to want to do more, and the decision to want to change more lives. tiffanycever.com/grow if you have any questions for me, and join the Beast Mode Club. Listen, the Beast Mode Club is where it is happening at. Let me go ahead and share this for you and show you how you can actually go ahead and sign up. Really easy. It's not hard at all. You can simply just go right over here to this site right here. You go to this site, thebeastmode.club, for weekly accountability, social media and sales coaching, access to the member portal where all these classes are going to be, content, goal setting, Facebook access group, and right here is where you would have all of your content. So for one price here, let's close that. You have your 1997 level, and if you would like additional coaching, one-on-one coaching for an hour each month, twice a month, then you have the 49.97 accelerator group, and comes with all of what you see here. Cardone University, you get access to the academy, 7-step plan to produce profit. You have your group coaching sessions. You'll be part of an online community, and we're going to also connect you with this amazing book, all for one low price of $19.97. So you come here, you click on it, and once you click on it, you just go ahead and choose your payment selection, and you will be able to sign up and get on board to being able to start with your inbound call, so we can have a conversation with you and do a have conversations with you about your business to see exactly where you may be, where your struggles are, and do an assessment and help you to strategize in your business. tiffanycever.com or the /grow to get in contact with me, or if you have questions, but if you're ready to get set up and you know exactly what platform or plan you want, then go ahead, thebeastmode.club. Thank you guys so much for joining on this. Thank you for putting up with the technical glitches along the way. Listen, technical glitches is going to happen, and understand that if you start going live and you start doing the content, your phone may cut off, your battery may die. Things are going to happen, but what I encourage you to do is just keep moving forward. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your goals. Just keep pushing forward, and all things will work out because we love God. Hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning in on this 5-day challenge. If you have any questions, feel free to drop those down in the comment sections, and have a great day.